Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, the 30th of July, and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday live chat. Unfortunately, Janice had something come up at the last minute, so we're not going to talk about physical inventory today. Instead, we're going to talk about organization. And next week, we will talk about physical inventory when Janice is back up and running with us. So, I've seen in a lot of the groups and even my own group here with you folks that we all have a problem like or getting ourselves organized, getting everything accomplished that we need to during the week, because let's face it, we are the chief cooks and bottle washers when it comes to running our business. So today I'd like to just share some tips with you, things that kind of sort of work for me. And remember, I am well, I'm scheduling not only for two businesses, plus actually leaving my house and going and doing something totally different a day or two a week, and that's working at the greenhouse. So greenhouse season is over. We officially closed on Sunday. We won't reopen until after Labor Day weekend, and at that point we'll have all the fall stuff in. So hopefully I'm going to be back on track for the next month and a half, maybe from here on out. But anyway, organization. So what I found that helped me was I sat down and I made a list of all the things, all the tasks that I need to do on a weekly basis. Um, Writing a blog post, um, sharing on social media, um, uh, just spending time interacting on social media, my bookkeeping. Um, for me, I'm a maker, so I try and schedule time to actually sit down and make something. So, start with that big list of everything that you have to do. And once you have that big list, you want to figure out, is this something that I have to do every day? Is it something I need to do once a week? Is it something I need to do once every other week? Is it something I need to do once a month? So you've got your list, you've got your frequencies, and now pick up a calendar. Okay. Now, the other thing that you want to do is kind of figure out how long it's going to take you to do a certain task. So for me, every other week I do a blog post, and it takes roughly 2 hours from start to finish between writing the blog post, creating the graphics for the blog post on the website, and creating the graphics and write ups for social media sharing. So that's like a 2 hour block of time, and I do that every other week. On a daily basis, what do I need to do? Check email, um, share something to social media, um, go and, interact on social media. Now, the mind numbing things like interacting on social media, where you go and you like somebody's posts or you share something that somebody posted. Do that at night, okay? When you're winding down, don't spend any more than an hour, because it can be a big time suck. Um, so kind of figure out those high priority items, and then grab yourself a calendar. Now, start filling up that calendar with the things you need to do. Block out the time. if you're going to have a pattern launch on, say, August, oh, the 8th, which is next week, next Thursday, then you definitely want to make sure that on the 5th, 6th, or 7th, you tidy up all of those things that go into a pattern launch. Um, so, yes, we all have a lot of things that we need to do every week. But the thing is, we can't just run around and put out fires. Unfortunately, with two different businesses, that's what I end up doing is I end up running around putting out fires, because no matter how hard I try and schedule, something is always going to come and interrupt the works. For example, today I had the hangout scheduled for 11 o'clock. And I'm here at work this morning at the real job at the software business, and what I thought was going to take me 15 minutes with a client ended up taking 35, 40 minutes with that same client. So I got started a little late. And I can imagine that anyone with children, it's been a long time since my kids were little, but I do remember, best laid plans of mice and men, things kind of go down the tubes. But try and set yourself up for a schedule, okay? I find that tackling the things that I like the least first thing in the morning, get them done, over with, off my plate, reward myself with going to do something that I do like. So, that might be a good hint for you as well. But kind of lay things out in a calendar. And you may need to create yourself one, open up Google Sheets or Excel and create yourself a calendar. That way you can have multiple things going on in the same day. Figure out how many hours a day or a week that you have to work on your business. Start whittling things down. Be consistent. Like do your books at the end of the day every Friday. Okay. So if you normally stop working on Fridays at say 5 o'clock, um, you know, spend the last hour gathering up all the receipts for the week and then entering them into your bookkeeping system, whether it's Excel or an actual software program. Categorize them all out. Do it while things are still fresh in your mind. It's going to make it a lot easier for you in the long run, because what you put off until tomorrow, next week, next month, 3 months from now, it's going to be much harder. And Janis and I did talk about that last week. The importance of doing your bookkeeping every week. Once a month, what day your bank statement is available. So plan time that day to go and reconcile your bank account. Same thing with your credit card statement. When that credit card statement is available. Schedule time to go and reconcile that credit card. Okay, that way you can make sure that your credit card information didn't get stolen and you have erroneous charges. Just plan out those things. You know, and I know this is kind of hard because I don't know everything that's involved with what you guys are actually doing. Okay. And I also know that for the most part right now, I have a bare minimum schedule of things that I do for not only my handmade business, but here for Yarny Bookkeeper. Um, but I know the things that I have to do. I know the action steps that I need to do and complete in order to get them done. And it's just a matter of sitting down with something and mapping it out and, making things a priority. You don't have to spend all day on social media. If with the Facebook group, I check in once in the morning, and usually once in the afternoon. 15, 20 minutes each time, and I limit myself to that. Um, in the evening when I'm sitting down and uh, then I will go and I will look at Instagram, or I will look at Pinterest, or I will come back to Facebook, and that's when I share my stuff. It doesn't always work. Um, and with, when you get a lot of things going on, um, obviously things are going to suffer. And the things that suffer are the things that are the time suck, but they are important as far as growing your business, growing followers, um, networking with other people, all of that stuff. Sorry, I know there's a lot of ums. My 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 brain isn't here right at the moment. Um, but so organization is a huge part of running a business. Uh, and you're going to find that there are times where you just need to unplug all the social media crap, unplug your phone, and just sit down when it's quiet in order to do something. And that something is usually a big project. For me, it's getting the the bookkeeping course into Thinkific. Um, for you, it might be writing a new pattern or actually designing a new pattern. But you will, try and split up your day, half hour, 15-minute blocks, 2, 3 hours at a whack, and just kind of sit back and get yourself organized, get yourself on track, create some new, really good habits. What is going to feel unfamiliar first day, first week is not going to feel so unfamiliar at the end of the first month and into the second month. And the next thing you know, it becomes a routine, and it works like that well-oiled wheel. You can kind of sit down and say, okay, over the next 6 months, I want to release 6 new patterns. These are what they are. And break it out that way, and nip it into manageable tasks, where you don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so behind the gun. Now I've got to stop, and for the next 5 days, I've got to finish this up. That is reacting, instead of being proactive and organizing yourself and getting things scheduled. So with that, And the reason for my sound being here but not here is I have to call that client back, and I need to finish. I need to go fix a mistake that she made that she does not want to fix herself. So that's my day. Um, Next week, we will be around, and Janis will come and talk to us about doing a physical inventory and how important that is. Um, and in the meantime, happy summer. Can't believe that the 1st of August is Thursday. I have no idea where the month of July went. Um, Things are moving pretty quick, too quick for my liking. But there's some organizational tips for you for this week. If you have questions, post in the Facebook group. Um, we'll talk about. We can talk about this. Maybe I can hop on and do a little screen share and show you how to, maybe create something in Excel if you're interested. Um, maybe I can take a few minutes and just draft something and put it up in the files section. Just let me know. I am here to help. And other than that, have a great week, everybody. Sorry this was so short, but today's a good day to start implementing, getting yourself organized and mapping out and blocking out time for certain tasks. So until next week, happy handmade, and we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.